Are you as prepared as possible?
Yes.
Thanks, buddy.
Good luck, bro.
And win the mics under your mouth. Debre, anything from you to Pan?
Yes, good luck to you too, thanks.
He knows things nobody else knows, so you just never know in any given round when he's going to hurt you.
Anything to add, Gelotris?
Yeah, I would say it's kind of similar for Pan, where he just a lot of points.
Also, we gotta add to it, I mean, Debre is the player that has, you could argue, the most pre-match experience in the fact that he's the last player to take to the field.
Another new continent. Seems like either Spain, Italy, or Greece. Let's see any signs here. We do have Cordoba on the sign, so that's very good for Debre. Cordoba is in Andalusia, and he zooms right into it. So Pan actually going for the instant here, but it will not pay off.
Yeah.
Debre finding the exact road here now, or?
Potentially, yes.
Wow.
A great guess by Debre.
Right on it.
Yeah.
Look quite helpful, and we see Debre taking a step there right off the bat. But so does Pan, so both have the same information available. Yeah, but no quick guess by Debre. He's giving Pan more time to find those signs as well. So far, it didn't seem like Pan had the exact same signage, so he will have to guesses based just off vibes. But he's not too far away.
Not too far. Round 7, though. 4x. Oh, it's a great guess by Debre with a 4x. Yeah, we're going to see big damage there.
Is that it with the ball teeth?
What chance here for Pan to clutch victory from the jaws of defeat?
There definitely is a chance. It looks like Northern Italy to me right off the bat with...
Putting Debre once again on the back foot. Can Debre react accordingly? We are about to find out. There's a big difference between the two. It's anyone's game. And Debre gets it.
Deserved victory dub by Debre. Was playing very well the entire game, but...
Body lock in round 7, 4x multi. If our resident expert Ziggy is saying this is a tough round, it probably is. Debre going to Uruguay first. Pan follows and then locks in fast. And it's a brilliant guess by Debre.
6.8 kilometers in Uruguay, and that's going to be 1,000 points.
You move, you don't lose. You got to use your moving, you know?
And this, trying to read the phone code there, and it seems like he's found it. He's zooming in further and further. I tend to trust people when they zoom in that far.
Yeah. Solid distance gained between the two, and it's a fantastic guess by Debre. Solid round 1. Both players have been playing very solid Geoguessr.
He knows where this...
Oh!
Wow! Okay.
Debre styling, just as Ziggy.
The Regency. And it says Beraubarat, I think that's in East Kalimantan, and that's exactly where he zooms in. Quick guess, that could be massive damage, because I don't think Pan has enough time to reach that information.
Huge now
huge
for
difference.
Debre, huge difference. And Debre, you know, that's showing.
It looks like northern Mexico somewhere, but as to where exactly.
Damage now.
And Debre also found something he likes. But it's a very far away, actually. He's switching more conservatively.
But the thing is, Ziggy, it doesn't matter what you like, it matters who's closer, and it is Debre.
Yeah, good switch by him. He was further east at the beginning, but switches over to...
Carried by a small human.
Yeah. Well, he's strong enough to carry that one, so...
Yeah. A large one, and on 4x, we could see big points. Could we even see game? Could we see match? We're gonna find out. Oh!
Are we in Russia? No, we're actually on the border. And that's going to be the game and the match for Debre.
Thank you guys for your signs. Thank you, Ziggy, for...
I'm really glad there was one thing that I practiced, or I should say I learned, but I never practiced it, which is Spanish municipalities, and at least a portion of them, because Pedro Abad is just like a really strange name for a town in Spain, and it's just kind of a complete coincidence that I happened to know that and you know, was able to get that. And that game was really close, that moving game, so who knows, maybe otherwise, you know, he doesn't get as spooked, he doesn't see my almost 5K. And also I got a Washington County, Alabama, that was really nice. Yeah. And there was actually another Washington County sign on the same kind of trash can at spawn. And I'm just like, listen, if you're frustrated, like, I'm just talking a lot because I didn't get to talk at all during World Cup last year.
That's all good. Now you hit your show.
Yeah, and I have to talk twice as much to make up for it. You know how it is. And Yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say, but there was like a couple of rounds there where I was, not so certain, and then after that I got my confidence back.
You've been around the top of Geoguessr for a long, long time now. Is it ever a challenge to stay motivated, or does it just come naturally to you?
No. I just enjoy the game a lot, so.
Good.
And there's like parts of it where, it really is a skill to enjoy some things. Like, for example, grinding information is one of those things that a lot of people just don't have any appetite for. And I don't think that, like, just like cognitive processing capability is most of it. I think most people can memorize a lot of things if they really want to. It's just that, like, the vast majority of people are never going to be able to get themselves to enjoy, learning Brazilian municipalities, for example, for like several hours a day for like weeks on end. And I happen to enjoy that sort of thing, so, I mean, the thing is, like, obviously there were rounds that I'm not happy about. For example, in the first no move, when I, went the complete wrong part of Brazil, there was an area code, I don't know how much you could see on screen, but it looked like a 33. And it only occurred to me like towards the end of the round, like maybe like 40 seconds in, that it could be like a 53. At that point, I was like so committed to guessing north that I was just like, okay, I can't possibly switch because I'm gonna like destroy something. I feel like that one was kind of just like a bad round. I don't know, but maybe I'm coping. I'm probably coping. I don't know. 3-1 I should be happy with. I just didn't want it to get to NMPZ because that's. I mean, the rounds are really crazy in NMPZ. The games that I see, I mean, those NMPZ rounds are just deadly. Like, I just don't want to play any of those if possible. I would like to play them against Blinky or Kant. Blinky I still might end up playing, and if, that's the case, then I would be really happy with an NMPZ round because he's the better player, and, in NMPZ, the better player barely matters. So, it is what it is.
Come, you can pop the headset off. You can hop back out. Got the church up there. Got some street signs down the end of this road as well. Debre will instantly find, but a somewhat small 180. Go back into the city, see what I can find. But this time around, it's going to be Lindley first to log in. Now Debre nearby, but a bit further towards the north. Actually, opting to go even further up there.
Yeah, sometimes it's good to go at the corner of the town to get a better look over the landscape.
Oh, wow.
Debre used that very, very well.
He was way further
north. We have those bollards, which are pretty helpful to recognize the country. Seem to have found something.
I mean, at least he logged in.
Mount Magnet. Was it on any time? Maybe I missed it while he was on it. I'm on Lenley's screen right now.
Dagger Hills.
He's getting closer and closer. I mean, he's in the right state.
But it's far down towards the south, and it's a 5x multiply, and it's gonna be Debre on point. And that should be game number 1 for the way of Debre.
Here.
Exactly.
So we move on over to this location. It should be India.
That looks very unique. I mean, Debre already locking in. Is that all you have to work with here?
Yeah, I don't think you can use terrain that well in India. It's a very diverse country with a lot of mountains. Ooh. But if your name is Debre, you will be able to. Right next to us.
Is this the western part of India?
It is.
Yeah, good guess. I mean, Lucknow is where Lindley won yesterday. We'll see.
He did.
We'll see if that's where this round is going to take us, because Lindley is still very far west of that. Pretty big, you say, massive, I say. And it's fortunately for both, I suppose, going to be somewhat in between, but still going to be enough for Debre to bring it home. Not the most convincing round to win on there, but nonetheless, it's a 2-0 for Debre. Incredibly talented when it comes to Geoguessr.
And I will assume that they both will go to the trash bin. Pull out the East West in Ankara, and they both know it, of course.
Wow!
Oh, wait, I thought they both are in it, but
not only does he know
use maybe the valley, the size of the valley.
This parking lot was abandoned a few years ago.
It looks like it. Not in the best shape.
No.
Which is commonly found on these islands. But
there you have it. Wow! 5K Debre, that is insane. And Lindley is like, what?
I have the same reaction as Lindley.
Down to half health now, Lindley has been here before. Just one game ago. He was even further now.
Java, but at the same time we also get Melrose, so it could be Lampung maybe, which is in South Sumatra. Or you just ignore the metal roofs and still go Java. I am not so sure.
A lot of thoughts going through your head right now.
I am with Debre here, but
sure
we will find out.
It's going through theirs as well. Lindley first one to log in, Debre to follow, and it's gonna be on him to get it right. Is it going to be game though with it? Yes, it will be! Debre able to take it home 3-1. Lindley made it look scary when he came back in that final one, the previous one, but those last 2 Indo rounds. Debre, oh Debre, what an insane performance.
Yeah, I mean, I already know how good Debre is on Indonesia. I'm not too surprised, even though I am surprised, because on that location I had no idea at all, the first Indo location.
I can't hear what they're saying, but this is going to be something along the lines
yeah,
of,
they are discussing
bro,
it.
how do you Indo me like that? I mean, come on, man, I was doing so good. I was starting to come back in this, and then you do...
Congratulations, our second grand finalist. How's that sound? How's that feel?
It feels great. It was absolutely my goal with this tournament. I, didn't really care that much about winning the entire thing, but I really wanted to be in the finals, because this was my 4th attempt, and I think that, in some of the previous tournaments that I played, I really could have gotten a better result, and, I'm just really happy that I'm finally there.
It feels like you're in a different place mentally to where we've seen you before. You're more locked in than ever. Is that fair and accurate? What are your thoughts?
I do think that there's something to that. I think that people overestimate how much my mental my mental really played into my previous results. I think I did get unlucky on some of those occasions.
We saw 2 incredible no-move guesses from you without info, one in Madhya Pradesh in India, the other in West Kalimantan in Indonesia. Anything to say about those? They were really good.
Yeah, so the India one, it's a mix of 2 things. One, we had a car meta. Other reason that I guessed to that specific area is because we had the sort of disorganized looking tiled roofs, which is a meta for the eastern half of central India. And also we had some very interesting shaped mountains, some interesting shaped rocks, and that area does seem to have those pretty often. So I was pretty confident in my guess. And the Indonesia one is a story of its own, actually, and it's kind of funny because there was one time, a year ago, that I just got it in my head that actually I really wanted to map out all the poles of Indonesia so that I could get a really good handle on, what the poles on all, the electricity poles in all parts of Indonesia are like. And I got bored of it pretty quickly. As a matter of fact, I got bored of it in 2 days. But one of the 2-3 places that I did map out is that specific area.
But do you think that performance, if you had the exact same matchup with the exact same rounds against Blinky, do you think it would have been enough, your performance? I mean, you played amazing. Do you think it would have been enough to beat him with those rounds, or do you think it would have been very, very close still?
I don't think so. I mean, I think it would have been close. I think I could have brought it to an MPZ potentially, but Bing is just I think most people in this scene agree that he is the best player right now. And, he can just pull those kinds of 5Ks out of his hat whenever. So I don't really know what to expect from him, to be honest. I would like to shout out a couple of people, okay, because I'm not necessarily gonna get this opportunity after the finals. I would like to shout out my mom, my dad, my grandparents, my cat, and FJU.
In the game, is there any momentum from that game you can take with you now that you go up against Blinky?
I don't think momentum is real. I'm just gonna play my best, and we'll see what happens.
So guys, shake hands. Let's get ready for the EMEA Major Grand Final.
Just treat this as a fresh experience and come in firing.
A bit more calm. He's a bit more media trained this time.
We are in round 6. So far, it's looking very, very good for Blinky. Very good lead.
B is gonna go further south. Way further south. This could very well be game if it is not. It is Debre's direction, though. What a strike
for that.
Both playing an absolutely incredible game.
Not that many palm trees as we have in this location. This looks a bit more tropical, so I would say somewhere along the east coast. Does make sense, maybe to the south.
Debre is logging in Seville, but you have Blinky all the way up towards Barcelona. There's a good distance in between the two, and with the multiplier stacking like this, if this is a 5K for either side, it could be dangerous. It will be Blinky out victorious, and it will be Blinky taking game number 2. And it wasn't Blinky at all, it was Debre. I messed up on a big perfection at the level of play.
Definitely.
Consistency is not even a thing anymore. It is being flawless. The Blinky go towards Southern Australia.
No!
Debre goes to South Africa. There's a hand in the air. Something went wrong. Tough call on that one. Let's see now. He's playing from behind, down by over 2,000, almost 3,000 health. But of course, with these multipliers, anything can still happen. Debre, first to zoom in on the map, might go with a quick guess here once again, and indeed he will. All the way down towards the Guatemala border. Oh, he's in Colombia.
And we have talked about these toss-ups. Mexico, Colombia.
We have seen it already today be the deciding factor of a match. If Blinky commits here, this should be game, and it
will beat Debre! Team 6 will beat Blinky, and we are going to NMPC!
What a...
Something has happened
What
on
was the
stage.
break for?
We have had a wardrobe change on the stage. The NMPC hat has been put on for Debre. He needs the magic in order to claim this one. Is the hat going to be the difference maker? Let's count it down. 2, 1. We are in NMPC,
Right
and
into
this is what they get. One screenshot, nothing else. All you can do is put your face closer to the monitor and try and make out where you are.
Yeah, and also classic for these NMPC games is this IRL zoom we see from both players, both leaning in immediately, trying to spot everything they got, both in Mongolia right now.
Debre out towards the north, up towards the north, I should say. Seems like Blinky is going to join him a bit further towards the west, but still in the vicinity. It's a massive country though, so of course even though they look to be close together, could still be multiple 100 kilometers apart, and indeed it will be 100 kilometers closer. Is Debre coming off to a good start here, but NMPC is the territory where anything can happen. So let's take it straight in to round number 2.
I can just continue where I was interrupted by the NMPC head getting on. NMPC is really a mode where these players get tested how well you can do on the most difficult locations out there.
Oh yes. Oh yes. What better place to be? A farmland, an open dirt road, not a single proper tree inside their prison-oid. Seems like Blinky is a little flooded as well. What do we have to work with here? Talk to me, Geoguessr, you're the expert.
And this is exactly what I mean. I mean, as a pro player, you want to use buildings.
Japan, Canada!
What?
If there is a 50-50, then that's it. Japan or Canada?
Yeah, you usually want a building, you want poles, you want trees. Those are the things you can work with. You want mountains, but in this case, you don't really have anything to work with.
There is nothing. You have a trailer in the distance. You have mountains in the far distance. We have 7 seconds left
and
to
we
work
are
with.
just in round 2 and already
this
have
is all vibes. It is Mongolia versus Canada. It's Canada, and that could be game of the day.
Will definitely be game.
Debre is your EMEA Major Champion.
What an insane guess to finish off this game. Coming back from behind, going over to the NMPC and closing it out like this. What an insane game from Debre.
You can see it on himself. It's going to take a couple of seconds to process what just happened, but there you have it. The silver plate in hand, given to him by Mikael Falco from Geoguessr as well. What a game, what a performance. Everyone, make some noise for your EMEA champion, Debre!
And he's so happy about it. Here, and this must be a big relief.
Absolutely insane. There you have it, Blake, with the flag as well, representing his country. The magic NMPC hat on top as well. Smile on his face. I talked to him earlier today.
Debre, how are you feeling? What's going through your mind right now, champ?
Frankly, I can't believe it. I mean, when I lost both of the moving games, I mean, I kind of just thought, yeah, this is it. I'm gonna lose 3-1. At least it was a good match. I mean, what can you do? I was so scared on the last one because I could not decide if it was actually low cam or if it was like normal cam. For some reason, I kept thinking it was low cam, and I was, I really wanted to go Japan, but then I was like looking at the background and like there was some buildings I could barely see, and there was like a big truck that looked more North American. And the trees to me seemed very Canadian boreal forest, etc. And I just was trying to survive there. I was just hoping that I'm not on the wrong continent. I didn't expect that to be the last round of this entire tournament, but feels great, and it feels like I've been trying to do this for so long. I've been trying to get a good result in one of these events for so long, and it finally paid off, and I couldn't be happier.
TC, Ziggy?
Debre, well done. I'm so happy for you. I've watched you play for so long now, and you deserve it so much. So very, very well done. pull back to that Chiapas round? You seem very confident there. Anything to say on that one?
I've seen it before. This is like a very, very original round. I don't remember like where I saw it. It is just like a classic, like random, strange-looking lake in Chiapas. Very unusual.
The World Championship is around the corner. I mean, is there anything you're expecting to be playing there, or is there anything you will prepare for it, or how do you feel now that you have won the biggest tournament?
Well, I think there's definitely a lot of no move that I need to practice. I've definitely focused more on moving for the past couple of months. I definitely want to learn a number of sort of learnable countries with, you know, relatively little coverage and relatively long roads like Namibia, Oman, Mongolia, etc. I want to be able to know these countries always, every single round. And I'm probably going to focus on just learning these. I'm excited. I don't expect to win the World Cup as well. I mean, at this point, you know, I have to be more prepared for that possibility than I was before. But you know, I just you know, want to have fun there too. And you know, after this, I'm definitely not going to be disappointed no matter what the result is.
Anything that you'd like to say to the fans at home, and of course the fans that we still have in the arena?
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for believing in me, even when I was not putting up the best results in some of my previous tournaments. And I hope to bring more of this to you all.
There we go, everybody. Once again, give it up for Debre, our EMEA Majors champion. Feel free to head on out with your trophy. Yeah, time for some very well... You can shoot off now, or I mean,
Why?
you can hang it. Yeah, you can stay around.
That's fine.
You know, it's just how we've been doing it.
I like hanging out with you guys.
Oh, we love hanging out with you too. With Debre, thank you so much. Huge congratulations.